Over the years, many celebrities have decided to elope rather than traditionally getting married for a number of reasons. Here's a list of 10 celebrity couples who decided to do it in Vegas, the Sin City. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Number 1. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. When we talk about Kourtney and Travis, it's pretty obvious that they could not wait any longer to start a new life with each other. The Blink-182 drummer and the Keeping Up with the Kardashian alum had a very sudden wedding soon after 2022's Grammy Awards appearances. It took days for Kourtney to finally reveal her secrets about the wedding, and it was done along with many lovey-dovey photos of the couple from the ceremony. She wrote in one of her captions, "Once upon a time in a land far, far away, Las Vegas, at 2 a.m., after an epic night and a little tequila, a queen and her handsome king ventured out the only open chapel with an Elvis and got married with no license. Practice makes perfect." Many fans were surprised and wished the two of them the best of luck for their future. Number 2. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas are another one of the couples that tied the knot in Las Vegas, also known as Sin City. It happened not long after they appeared on the 2019 Billboard Music Awards in May. The all-famous star from the Game of Thrones and the Jonas Brothers member exchanged their vows in a chapel called the Little White Wedding Chapel that's located in front of an Elvis Presley impersonator. A pretty famous sight indeed. Khalid, Diplo, and many other well-known stars are present there as the guests and witnesses. The couple is known to have celebrated their marriage later for the second time on June 19th in France, just because why not? Currently, they're expecting their second child together. Number 3. Nicolas Cage and Erica Koike. The former Ghost Rider actor tied the knot with Erica Koike at a chapel in Bellagio Hotel. Apparently, they were completely wasted when all this happened, and Cage is one of the famous stars who had a very short-lived marriage. The marriage lasted only for 4 days, and later he said that he was too drunk to have made a sensible decision. Even though Koike suggested that they should continue being a couple, he was against the idea and said that he failed to fully understand the full impact of his actions. Even though he was pretty tensed at how things were back then, everything eventually worked out, and currently he's expecting his first child with his wife since February of 2021, Riko Shibata. Number 4. Carmen Electra and Dennis Rodman. Well, here's another power couple. Former professional basketball player and Baywatch actress that decided to elope to Texas and got married at the Chapel of the Flowers in November of 1999. This happened after they'd been dating for a couple of months. But you'd be surprised to know that this wedding lasted no more than 9 days. Even though the union lasted for a very short time, Carmen said that she did not really have any regrets. She also said that she got to see all different kinds of sides of Dennis, where on one hand, he was very kind, loving, he was also very emotional, and used to say that nobody understood him. What put her off, however, was the savage he acted as on the court. His sweet, romantic, and eccentric side ended up amounting to nothing next to his savagery. So I guess we can say that the separation was the better choice, especially because the couple wouldn't have stayed happy together for long. Number 5. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Unlike many other couples mentioned on the list, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' marriage has been going on as strong as ever. They tied the knot in the Chapel of the Bell in 1996, and before saying "I do," Mark, to make a joke, suddenly went live with Kelly. After the ceremony ended, they went for a walk in the park, and Mark convinced Kelly to go to his apartment where they enjoyed the night with a box of pizza and wine. The couple have been happily married for more than 26 years and still is going strong. They have 3 kids together, 24-year-old Michael Joseph, 19-year-old Joaquin Antonio, and 20-year-old Lola. All of them are currently living their dream life and agree with the fact that the decision they felt very sudden back then brought them decades of joy and happy moments and memories. Number 6. Britney Spears and Jason Allen Alexander. When we say that Britney Spears and Allen Alexander have had a dramatic love and married life, we are certainly not exaggerating. The longtime childhood and best friends were previously famously known for being wed only 55 hours back in 2004 by eloping in Vegas, of course. The marriage was broken off due to several misunderstandings and traps set by Britney Spears' family. Talk about drama. Last July, Jason divulged on the Toxic The Britney Spears Story podcast. They told me if I would sign the contracts, the annulment, they would let me and Britney continue our relationship. And if we felt the same way in 6 months, they would give us a proper marriage. Unfortunately, he soon found himself completely cut off from the pop star, and it was unveiled that it was actually Britney's mom, Lynn Spears, who disapproved of their marriage. Seems like a drama straight out of a TV show, doesn't it? At least they're doing well in their respective lives right now. Number 7. Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton. To put it mildly, the whole world was completely shocked when Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton decided to get married only 2 months after they had become a thing. The two of them met on the movie set and got married by casually strolling to the Little Church of the West wedding chapel. Angelina Jolie dressed very casually too for her wedding, a gray top with jeans and simple brown shoes. Her husband didn't put much effort into dressing either and was good to go wearing a black shirt and matching jeans and shoes. All of that went to vain though when the couple decided to separate after a very short period of time, and their divorce was finalized in 2003. The couple went on their separate ways, having no hard feelings, and wished the very best for each other. Later on, Jolie went on and married Brad Pitt, and their marriage lasted almost a decade. Number 8. David Harbour and Lily Allen. After dating for more than a year, this couple finally decided to tie the knot, which was done when they walked into the famous Graceland wedding chapel in front of the Elvis Presley impersonator. David Harbour later, on reminiscing the memory, said that the whole thing was just so pure and joyous, and he loved doing it. He said if somebody's having a hard time planning for their wedding, just do what they did. It's highly recommended. He also added that marrying the way they did was very like them. They even went to an In-N-Out burger afterwards for their reception, and it was an experience like none other. Number 9. Demi Moore and Bruce Willis. When we talk about Hollywood power couples that eloped in Las Vegas, Demi Moore and Bruce Willis are certainly one of the first people that come to mind. They had a very out-of-the-blue wedding ceremony at the Golden Nugget Hotel back in 1987. They had been dating only for a few months when this happened. Demi wrote that even though we were just joking about getting married on one of our flights, suddenly it didn't feel like a joke anymore, and Willis was very serious about the whole thing. So they took their chances and decided to get married instantly. The two of them had 3 children together, and even though they aren't a couple anymore, they are on very good terms and are there for each other in the time of need, collectively supporting their children. Number 10. Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus. Well, this is one of the most impatient couples we have on our list. Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus decided to elope to Vegas because they were so madly in love and could not wait to get married. They tied the knot at Sin City's Graceland Wedding Chapel in 1993. Only after a year they got married, they welcomed their first daughter into the world, the superstar none other than Miley Cyrus. It came as quite a shock for nearly everybody when this couple decided to separate after spending 3 loving decades with each other. They decided to go their separate ways after having 5 beautiful children and a lifetime full of beautiful memories. They said that they weren't divorcing with sadness, but rather with a lot of love in their hearts for each other. Click on one of the 4 videos on your screen right now for more content.